Hey everyone, it's Julie here live from the studios at Stitch Tech Services with our lunchtime live video. Actually, we're a little late, but actually, I guess not. If you're in Central Time, it's still your lunch hour, so we're really not late. Maybe we'll get later and later so we can catch those West Coast folks on their lunch hour as well. Over the last couple days, we've been hearing a lot about this technical conference that's coming up and all the work that we've been doing to get folks ready for that. And although that's really cool and we get a lot of requests for that, we also work with a lot of local people here in our new home of Greeneville, Tennessee. So today I wanted to show you some stuff we've done for local people here. So here's the interesting thing. We move here from New Hampshire. We know no one. That's the big question. Why did we move here? Did we have family here? Did we have a reason? And honestly, the weather is amazing. The scenery is beautiful. The people are amazing. So that's why we moved. But again, how do you move your business? How do you grow your business and not know a soul? Well, if you've ever built a house, you know that you've met a bazillion people. So there's the builder, there's the people who bricked our house, there's the electrician, there are the people who did the flooring for our house. So these became our local contacts, our local friends to begin with. So when we started to establish relationships with those folks, they learned that what we do for a business, we do embroidery, we do screen printing, we do promotional products. So they started to become some of our first local customers. So we have some interesting things to show you today. One of our favorite shirts and one of our first local customers was the company that built our house. And it's Limestone Construction, and it's actually kind of a cool design. What they wanted was some examples of a residential home and a commercial building, because they do both. But what's interesting about this, it's really hard to see, but on the big letters of this, it's called high density. It's like a raised print, so that when you rub your hand over it, it doesn't feel the same as all the others. So it's not just this. This is a nice cotton shirt that a lot of the guys who work wear. What I found helpful when we were building our house, if I was here, if there were guys, well, they weren't wearing these at the time they built our house, but they had other shirts. But this is how I knew that the guys that were working here were supposed to be here, and they weren't strangers in my home. Okay? So, believe it or not, people don't believe this, but it does get cold in Tennessee as well. So, they had sweatshirts made as well. So, what's great is almost every time I see these guys in the wintertime now, they're wearing these sweatshirts. And these also have the high density. It feels really cool. It's weird. You really can't see it here. I wish you could. We have some cool images on our website that you might be able to see, or on our Facebook page. But they wear these. We also did hats for them, which is pretty cool. We did this hat, but with a design that looks like this on it, embroidery. So they're wearing all kinds of stuff that we help them make, and their guys are in uniform and they're out there. There's another t-shirt that we did here. This one is more of a dry fit material. So some of the guys liked the cotton, some of the guys liked the dry fit. This has the raised text on it as well, which is really kind of cool. And I wish you could see it. It would be so cool if you could see it. So these are the guys, this is the company, Tony and Christy Shelton, Limestone Construction. They built our house. And they've been huge, huge supporters of us, and I just want to give them a shout out and say thank you. They're probably not watching this lunchtime video because they're out building someone else's house, but that's okay. Maybe they'll see it later. But we also here, where we live, there's a lot of brick houses and not a lot of, well, I think there's sided houses, but where we are, we wanted to have brick and a metal roof and stuff, so you need a guy who can do brick work, right? So here we have Creative Masonry. So as it turns out, Fred Campbell from Creative Masonry and Tony Shelton from Limestone Construction are like best friends and have been forever. And so it was kind of a natural thing that they would come and have competitive t-shirts designs. So this one is also, and I know the everything's backwards from what you guys can see, but the white in masonry is also the raised lettering. And this is a design that we actually worked with Fred to create. This has been Fred's signature, kind of this trowel with the flames and stuff. He has a tattoo of that. We wanted to show brick, we wanted to show the name of the company, and then of course the important information that they do commercial and residential with their phone number. The other thing that's important about these shirts, it gets real hot here in Tennessee, and these guys are obviously working outside, so we chose to go with the safety color so that the guys, the bricklayers, don't have to wear those horrible plastic safety vests, which they hate and they sweat in. So they can wear these, they're more comfortable. Again, we know they're supposed to be on the job site because they're wearing this. So that's really cool. So shout out to Fred and Sharon Campbell of Creative Masonry. Thanks for your support and for allowing us to do this for you. We also did some embroidery for them. And if you'll notice, it's a little different. This is just a sample, a stitch out that I do. Everything that we do, I do this kind of thing first to make sure that it's going to look good on the item that we put it on. But you'll notice over here the flame is kind of like black and ghost flames, and over here it's not. So we did some pretty cool hats for Fred, and they were black hats and the black flame didn't show up, so I was like, we need to be a little creative, get it, creative masonry, and put some color to those flames. So when I went to Fred and I asked him kind of flat out, I'm like, can I do that, or is that too flashy for you? Is it okay? And he was like, no, like do it up. So I don't have an example of that hat. Honestly, the sample I have is on display at a bank downtown. But Fred loved the hats. I guess he was wearing them all over the place. And so thank you, Fred, for showing the love with the hats. We also did some polo shirts and shirts for Sharon and some of the other girls to wear in the office. So those are some local customers that we've been working with. And again, thank you so much for your support. And that's basically how we've spread our circles around here in Greeneville, Tennessee, is reaching out to the people who we've done business with and kind of sharing the love of their business. We tell everyone who bricked our house. The other cool thing about Fred and Tony together is they compete every year in the Bricklayer Championship in Las Vegas. Last year, and then I think it was 2 years before that, they were world champions. So pretty cool, because Chris and I joke all the time that if we had known that Fred was a world champion before he bricked our house, we probably would have thought he was too expensive and we couldn't afford to have him brick our house. But maybe another day we can go outside and look at the brickwork that Fred did, because it's pretty amazing. Yeah, so Limestone Construction, awesome construction company. They've done a lot of work with us. We've done a lot of work with them. They're actually kind of still in and out of the house working on finishing our basement, trying to get our gym going again. And Creative Masonry, awesome local customer, awesome brickwork, great families, excellent friends, and good to know that they're here looking out for us as new people in the area. So that's it for our lunchtime live video today. Tomorrow we will talk a little bit more, maybe about some technical people, maybe about some more local people. It's still on the schedule. We got to figure out what we're going to talk about. But that's it, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.